Alright. So, first question is number 4, I believe. So let's take this. Remember, everything synthetic division tonight. We could do long division, and I don't think we did this with long division, but we could. Alright, so set it up. So, how do I set this up once again? So, what are my numbers I'm going to use?
1.
Okay, so we got a 1 here, so I'm going to use 1. I'm going to use the negative 10, and I'm going to use negative 24. So negative's important. What about my divisor? What number am I actually checking here? Negative 2. Okay. How do we set up the spacing here? So first step, drop down the number. First one, just drop it down and multiply. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Okay. Add it up and you get negative 12. Negative 2 times negative 12 is positive 24. Add it up and get 0. So that means no remainder. Okay. How do we interpret this answer? Okay, yeah, that's 1x minus 12. Okay. So technically we divided by an x here. That's why it's x squared here, but down here it's x because we're dividing by an x. It's 10x here, but there's no x here because we're dividing by an x as well. So everything drops. So, and just to recall, this is what we did last night. You don't have to do this tonight, but just to make the point. Oops, that's minus, huh? Notice how you see the exact same numbers. So when I'm doing long division, I get negative 12x minus 24. I had negative 12 right here. There's the 24. So all the same numbers are there. It's really just a difference of layout. Minus 12, and we'll get negative 12x minus 24 plus 24, yeah, and get 0. So I get the same answer either way. This is just a little bit less writing, so when we go to trial and error, when we have to check like 5 different numbers, we can go through this 5 times quickly, whereas this will be a lot more writing and cumbersome. Alright, so there we go, number 1. Ooh, let's try 5. Give you a second to get that copied down. This is your actual homework, so you want to write this down. Alright. So our coefficients are 3, negative 6, negative 2, 1, because that's 1a, and negative 6. Okay, what root are we testing? Okay. Negative 1. Testing to see if negative 1 is a root. Drop down the first, and when you drop it down, leave a little bit of space. Just a little space. If you want, you can put an arrow there, something like that. And here we go. So negative 1 times 3. Negative 3. Add it up. Negative 9. Negative 1 times negative 9. Positive 9. Add it up. 7. Negative 1 times 7. Negative 7. Add it up. negative 6. Negative 1 times negative 6 is positive 6. 0, no remainder, so that does mean, so yes, negative 1 is a root. Negative 1 is an answer. And what's the remaining polynomial? 3a to the third, yeah, drops by 1. So dividing by an a as well, so think of one of these a's on each one canceling out. We're dropping 1a. So 9a squared, what is this? Plus 7a minus 6. Okay. And then in the next week, what you're going to be doing is you'll have more numbers, and you'll try yet another number. We'll see if maybe 3 is a root, and you'll keep going with the same problem. So, but today we're just going to stop the first time. Our goal is to get, if this is a 4th degree polynomial, we want to find 4 of these that work. There's 4 answers total, or possibly 2, depending if we have imaginary roots. We'll talk about that. But there's definitely 4 altogether, complex and real. All right, so good, good, good. Do we want to do more? Let's take a look at the rest. Anything we need to talk about on any of these? Maybe just the setup. Let's talk about the setup for number 6. Okay. So I should have what? 1, negative 3, and 20. And then negative 2 over here. Okay. So tell me what's wrong with this. What's that? I need to fill in what? Yeah, so I'm missing a z to the 4th, I'm missing a z to the 3rd, and I'm missing a z to the 1. So I need to fill those in with zeros. So these are incorrect. And we really want 1 z to the 5th, 0 z to the 4th, 0 z to the 3rd, negative 3 z squared, 0 z, and negative 20. And then what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this one? It should be positive, yeah. So we're actually testing 2. So even though it looks simple, there are still things to mess up on the setup. But the nice thing is if you have the setup correct, after that it's elementary school math, right? It's times tables and addition. There's nothing algebraic about it. So the most crucial part is actually step 1. Usually step 1 is something simple and then it gets difficult later. This is the opposite. It's crucial in the beginning that we have the right number and we have the filler zeros as needed, and then we're good to go. There we go. Just like that. So if you notice these are coming out really ugly, there's a chance they have a remainder. That's a possibility, but then also if you miss one little negative, even though it's only elementary school math, one negative is one negative and that throws the whole thing off. So we have to be 100% good at this elementary school arithmetic. We have to not make any mistakes when we're doing negatives and whatnot. And also, you have your homework from last night that has the answer already from the long division. So if you get stuck and it's an even, doesn't have the back of the book answer, you can check that. And that way you'll know, you have this good sense of security as you're doing this, that you're doing everything correctly. Alright. Yeah. On your quiz, I'll have several of these, and it'll be kind of like that review you guys did where I had you find the answers 3 different ways: quadratic formula, completing the square, and factoring and graph. You have to show the answer. You get the same answer always. It'll be the same thing for this. I'll have you do a couple problems that are long division and synthetic. Show me that you get the same answers. Show me that you understand that you should get the same answers. And I might ask you the question of, well, how do you know when to use synthetic division? Or why do you use synthetic division? What are you looking for? What does the answer tell you when you use synthetic division? That's more important than the actual problem. So if you're saying, yes, good, I like synthetic division because it's really easy, but at the end you have no idea what that answer means, okay, you're halfway there. Yes, it's easy, but you need to know that that means 2 is a root. Graphically, somewhere this graph goes like this, it goes through 2. Okay? That's the biggest and most important part, is what does the answer mean? What are you looking for? Alright, so let's let you guys go to it, I guess. Yeah. Okay.